What happens when style, confidence, and queerness collide? You get these 5 men, and suddenly your closet starts to feel underwhelming. In 2025, fashion isn't just about what you wear. It's about how boldly you exist. And these 5 openly gay men are doing just that, serving red carpet elegance, gym-to-runway bodies, and lifestyle energy so enviable it almost hurts. From Olympic-level abs to designer-level taste, they're not just icons, they're aspirations. They don't just dress well, they own every room they enter. And today, we're breaking down why everyone secretly wants to be just like them. Which one would you trade wardrobes or lives with? Drop their name below and type icon if you're here for high fashion and high-key thirst. Timo Cavelius, the black belt bad boy with runway energy. You know a man is dangerous when he can throw you to the ground and steal your man, all in the same outfit. That's Timo Cavelius, world-class German judoka by day, walking gay thirst trap by night, and one of the most stylish queer athletes alive in 2025. On paper, Timo is a fighter, literally. He's represented Germany on the international judo stage with the kind of sharp, controlled precision that demands respect. But the moment he steps off the mat and into the frame, the energy shifts. The GI comes off, the cheekbones emerge, and suddenly the man radiates editorial-level power. What sets Timo apart isn't just his physicality, though yes, the body is ridiculous. It's the way he balances athleticism with high fashion flair. One scroll through his Instagram is a study in controlled chaos. Shirtless selfies with a knowing smirk, designer coats thrown over muscle tanks, black-on-black gym fits styled like off-duty runway looks. It's giving combat couture, and we're obsessed. And then there's the gaze. Timo doesn't look at the camera. He challenges it. His poses are confident but unbothered, like he knows exactly what he's doing, and exactly how many people are zooming in. That blend of dominance and detachment, it's pure luxury gay energy. But he's not just about the look. Timo came out publicly in 2022, becoming one of the first top-tier German judokas to do so. It wasn't a press tour or a branding stunt. It was quiet, confident, and on his own terms. Since then, he's spoken openly about masculinity in sports, queer identity in combat sports culture, and the freedom that came with choosing authenticity over expectation. In 2025, he's not just winning matches, he's winning hearts, especially within the LGBTQ+ community. Because Timo represents something rare, a queer man who's simultaneously strong and sensual, disciplined and expressive, with style that never feels forced. He's not playing a character, he is the moment. Whether it's stepping onto the mat in Tokyo or stepping into Berlin nightlife in full leather, Timo Cavelius is a reminder that gay men don't need to shrink or soften to be fabulous. They can throw down, stand tall, and slay all at once. Think Timo's style is giving peak masculine elegance with a queer twist? Type black belt in the comments if you live for men who look like they could flip you and outdress you at the same time. Jake Bain, the All-American jock who made varsity gay again. Jake Bain used to be the kind of guy your parents hoped you'd bring home. Now, he's the guy your entire group chat is secretly stalking. And for good reason. Because Jake didn't just come out, he leveled up. And in 2025, he's serving classic jock fantasy with a queer twist so stylish it almost feels unfair. Let's rewind. In high school, Jake was a football star in Missouri, captain, MVP, the whole deal. And then, at just 17, he came out publicly. Not in a tearful reality show reveal. Not with a PR strategy. Just honestly, boldly, and with more grace than most adults twice his age. At the time, it was national news. A Division I football player, out before college? It was unheard of. But Jake didn't flinch. He owned it. And in doing so, he quietly reshaped what masculinity looked like for an entire generation of queer athletes. Fast forward to now, and Jake's glow-up is complete. He may have stepped away from football, but he stepped fully into himself. And into a wardrobe that's somewhere between GQ cover boy and hot queer Pinterest boyfriend. He wears oversized sweaters like he invented them. Gold chains hang effortlessly across clean-cut collarbones. He's not afraid of soft tones, flowy fabrics, or the occasional open-button moment that makes gay Instagram collectively exhale. It's all very curated, very casual, and very I know you're watching. But what makes Jake's style special isn't just the fit, it's the freedom. He's not trying to prove anything. He's not performing. He's existing. Openly, proudly, and with just enough flirt in his smile to make everyone wonder if they still have a shot. And the fans? They've noticed. Jake is a regular on queer mood boards and boyfriend aesthetic reels. He posts thirst traps with emotional captions. He shows up to pride events in designer shorts and barely there tanks. His vibe is very, yes, I lift, but I also read queer theory and will make you breakfast. It's dangerous. Even better, Jake hasn't stopped speaking out. He's vocal about LGBTQ plus inclusion in sports. He mentors younger queer athletes. He reminds people that you don't have to choose between strength and softness. You can wear both. And look damn good doing it. In 2025, Jake Bain isn't just a style icon. He's a cultural reset, the kind of man who turns varsity energy into queer elegance and makes you question why you ever settled for straight TikTok boys in the first place. Crushing on Jake's aesthetic as hard as the internet is? Type jock drop in the comments if you're here for preppy meets pride with a side of gym thirst. Luke Strong, the gymnast who turned discipline into desire. Luke Strong doesn't walk into a room, he lands in it. Controlled, composed, cut like a Greek statue with the wardrobe of a London runway model. And in 2025, this British gymnast turned fashion icon is making it very clear. Strength and style are not mutually exclusive, and being gay only makes them sharper. Luke's journey into the spotlight wasn't easy. A near-death accident in 2009 almost ended his career before it began. But instead of stepping back, he trained harder, fought through surgeries, and came back stronger than ever, a literal embodiment of his name. He didn't just recover, he reinvented himself. And then, in 2020, Luke came out publicly as bisexual. It was brief, matter-of-fact, and delivered with the kind of ease that made it feel revolutionary. No dramatic arc, no controversy, just, yeah, I'm bi. That energy, iconic. But in 2025, it's not just his story that turns heads, it's his style. Luke's Instagram feed reads like a high-end queer lookbook. Tight-fitted suits in deep jewel tones, soft knits that hug in all the right places, and vintage-inspired streetwear that somehow makes even gym shorts look editorial. One day he's in classic Burberry. The next, a cropped tank with rings on every finger and a yes I lift and I moisturize attitude. What makes his fashion sense hit so hard is the precision. Every look feels tailored, physically and emotionally. There's intention behind every layer, every accessory, every slightly rolled sleeve. He's got the muscle mass of a medalist and the energy of a man who could outdress every ex you've ever had. And then there's the face. Chiseled jawline, piercing gaze, a smirk that says, I know you're looking, and I'm not going to stop you. It's the kind of presence that feels both elite and accessible. Gymnast core with Gucci instincts. But don't get it twisted. Luke's not just here to model. He's a vocal advocate for LGBTQ plus inclusion in sports, using his platform to remind the world that queer athletes have always been part of the game. We're just getting louder now. He speaks with the poise of someone who's had to fight for visibility and the charm of someone who knows how good he looks doing it. In short, Luke Strong is the kind of man you want to be, or be around. He's the full package. Story, substance, and a style game that could knock you off the balance beam with one raised eyebrow. Obsessed with Luke's power suit meets gym floor aesthetic? Type strong looks in the comments if you live for clean lines, quiet confidence, and queer masculinity that flexes in every sense of the word. Michael Gunning, the Olympian who dives into life drenched in color and class. Michael Gunning isn't just swimming laps, he's making waves in every room he enters. From world championship pools to LGBTQ+ red carpets, Michael embodies the kind of visibility that feels both powerful and refreshing. In 2025, he's not just a record-breaking swimmer. He's a walking celebration of queer elegance, black excellence, and a wardrobe that never misses. Born in the UK and representing Jamaica internationally, Michael rose to fame as an elite swimmer, known for his butterfly technique and record-setting discipline. But beyond the goggles and medals, he became a beacon of visibility when he came out publicly in 2018. As one of the first openly gay swimmers competing at the international level, and the only openly gay Jamaican Olympian at the time, his presence wasn't just powerful, it was revolutionary. But Michael didn't stop at breaking sports barriers. He brought that same fearlessness to fashion. In a sporting world that often rewards conformity, Michael showed up in vibrant suits, jewel-toned tuxedos, silky prints, floral shirts, and the occasional sheer panel moment that said, "Yes, I'm an athlete and I slay." His aesthetic? Think red carpet energy meets island sunshine with a high fashion twist. And what truly sets Michael apart is how joyfully he dresses. There's no pretension, no try hard, just clean tailoring, bold colors, and a radiant smile that makes you feel like he's the best-dressed man in the room. Not because of the fabric, but because of the freedom. He understands the power of color in both fabric and life. And every time he steps out, he's sending a message. Masculinity can be expressive. Queer athletes don't have to tone it down. Black men can show softness without losing strength. He's graced magazine covers, attended Pride events as a keynote speaker, and brought visibility to the intersection of sport, queerness, and identity with a warmth that's impossible to ignore. And whether he's in a perfectly tailored double-breasted suit or a pink linen two-piece on vacation, one thing's consistent. He owns it. In 2025, Michael is more than just a sportsman or a style icon. He's a movement. A reminder that the future of queer visibility isn't just fierce. It's joyful, it's well-dressed, and it comes with a laugh that could heal a room. Can't get enough of Michael's feel-good fashion and fearless presence? Type splash in the comments if you believe style is best served bold, bright, and unapologetically you. Renzo Tjon-AJoe, the island heartthrob, serving Olympic gold and fashion. Heat. If the phrase vacation fantasy meets luxury queer excellence had a face, it would be Renzo Tjon-AJoe. Swimmer, sprinter, model, heartthrob. And in 2025, one of the most effortlessly stylish gay men redefining what masculinity looks and feels like on the world stage. Born in Suriname and trained in the U.S., Renzo first made headlines for smashing national records and becoming the fastest swimmer in his country's history. But outside the pool, he's been quietly turning heads with something even more powerful: presence. With golden brown skin, a sculpted physique that looks like it was airbrushed by the gods, and a smile that melts timelines, Renzo carries a rare kind of charisma. The kind that doesn't ask for attention, but demands it anyway. And his fashion? Equally impossible to ignore. Think rich neutrals, breezy linen, tropical patterns tailored within an inch of perfection. Renzo dresses like a man who understands both the heat of competition and the art of leisure. Whether he's walking through a five-star resort in silk shorts or posing shirtless in the Caribbean sun with rings on his fingers and salt water in his curls. He always looks like he belongs on the cover of GQ, Island Edition. But his style isn't just about luxury. It's about confidence, comfort, the kind of ease you can't fake, the kind that comes from knowing who you are and refusing to shrink for anyone. Renzo came out publicly in 2023 and has since used his platform to champion LGBTQ+ athletes, especially those from underrepresented regions. In doing so, he's become more than just a sports figure. He's a cultural bridge, blending Caribbean masculinity with global queer energy in a way that feels both new and necessary. And fashion? It's his silent love language. He doesn't do loud logos or gimmicky trends. His fits whisper money, sun, and self-awareness. He shows skin when he wants, covers up when he chooses, and always walks like the ocean owes him something. In 2025, Renzo isn't just a man. He's a mood, a reminder that queer style can be masculine, sensual, elegant, and island hot all at once. He's the friend you want on your yacht, the date you dream about during leg day, and the man whose closet you'd steal in a heartbeat. Think Renzo's fashion belongs somewhere between a pride parade and a private jet runway? Type tropical in the comments if his effortless drip has you questioning every outfit you've ever packed for vacation. Let's be honest. You didn't just watch this for the fashion. You watched it because deep down, you wish you had their closet, their confidence, maybe even their calendar. These 5 gay men didn't just serve style, they served aspiration. Strength with softness, elegance with edge. They reminded us that being out, proud, and well-dressed is a power move we should all be making. So, tell us, whose wardrobe are you mentally stealing right now? Drop their name below and type "owned" if you're walking into tomorrow with just a little more queer confidence. And don't forget, subscribe to Rainbow Spotlight for your weekly fix of style, scandal, and unapologetically iconic queer stories.